Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Friday the 29th, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got this morning earlier than I wanted to. Dogs got me up and that, so got up and around, got outside, kept the dogs all as quiet as I possibly could, hanging out with them. Everything was going good. Had a couple things going on this morning. Wife wanted to go into work. She wanted to go in early, and she was like, I got to be there. I think it's like 8:30. She wanted to be at work by 8:30. She had a new employee starting that's actually taking her position, so she's moving to a new position in the company, and she's got to get that person trained. And so she's like, I got to be there early so I can get things done. I'm like, okay, just don't forget, you still are very limited capacity right now with your leg and that you're not fully able to be there all day. So pace yourself, kind of thing. She goes, absolutely, not a problem. And then before she went to bed last night, she said, well, actually, she goes, I guess they're not starting until Monday, so I don't have to be there as early. I'm like, okay, cool. And at that moment, I knew she wasn't gonna be ready to leave at 8, 15, whatever, 8 o'clock. She wanted to leave, start leaving about 8, be ready about 8:30, 15, get there by 8:30. And I was like, she ain't gonna be there. So I knew last night it wasn't gonna happen. So this morning, I get up, I get around. She's slow to get out, so I finally go back in. I was getting some other things, and it's kind of like, hey, do you know what time it is? She's like, I'm getting up. And I'm like, okay, I knew you weren't getting there. So she was heading to work a little later than we planned, and which I would have let her stay as late as she wanted, but I had another dog getting dropped off, and I wanted to make sure I'd already taken her to work before the other dog got dropped off, because the dog getting dropped off is not allowed to be around other dogs. She can be around my dog, and that's it. I don't trust her with other dogs because she's reacted a few times, too many times, too bad, and lashed out to other dogs. So I think it's a brain tumor. They haven't bothered getting checked because she's really old, and they back to tell them there's nothing they can do. They can't do chemo and stuff on her. So she gets to live a different life now than she used to get. Unfortunately, she used to come here all the time because she was such a sweet, loving dog. But she's went after a few of the dogs now, so can't have that happen. It's just not worth the risk. So I wanted to make sure I was here, back from all that thing. So I kind of told her, I'm like, hey, we need to kind of make this, move it along. So she got up, she got around, got the dogs all fed, got them all medicated. From there, she went ahead and got her to work, got her dropped off, and then headed back to the house, texted people and said, hey, I'm back from dropping my wife off at work. You can bring your dog over anytime. So they headed over about 9:45 in the morning, dropped the dog off. The dog and I got along great. I actually put the dog outside for a little bit so she could play out there and get her sniffs and stuff, enjoy the yard. Her and Bruce were out there for a little bit. Then brought the other dogs through and kind of rotated them around so they don't actually interact. Went ahead and left the dog inside, let her have full run of the house while the rest of the dogs were outside playing and hanging out with me. So everything was good to go there. Then eventually put her back in the office, let the dogs kind of rotate through in and out as the morning went on, just kind of being around all the dogs and all the care that's needed. Then it came time to go go walk the RV dogs. So I headed out. There were some rainstorms rolling through. It was kind of off and on rain all day, and it was a big storm coming, so I was trying to time it where I thought I could kind of get there at least in the light rain and or no rain if possible, because the herd 2 dogs hate the rain. I don't know what it is. They hate the rain. So I kind of look at the map and figure out where I'm at and where they are, because they're 15 minutes down the road from me. So went ahead and headed down that way, got the dogs all put back inside my place. They're all where they needed to be, and like the one little one gets stuck in like a playpen area that he likes to pee on stuff too much when he's around other dogs. So definitely kind of pain in the butt. So he gets isolated also, but he's with their dogs, just separated by their cage, basically the playpen. So went ahead and headed down. It was raining all the way there, and I was looking at the map going, I think when I get there it should time out about right. Get there and the rain had basically stopped. As I got there, I'm like, cool, this will work. Grabbed the dogs, took them for their walk, and normally the male will poop twice and the female poops once, but they both pooped twice. So we got the poops over real quick, and we were still walking out. We were probably, I don't know, probably 2/3 the way through our entire walk, where we walk and we turn around and come back. And I was like, it started drizzling. I looked at the map real quick on the radar, and it was coming in hard. I was like, oh crap, we gotta get back. So we turned and headed back, and by the time we were getting back, it was really raining down pretty good. The dogs were just unhappy. They hate the rain so much. So got them put back away, got them all situated where they need to be in the RV, headed back out, text owner and said, hey, just so you know, the walk was a little bit short today because the rain. Went ahead and got it done though, and they both pooped twice, so you're good. You can still work your full hours when we're coming home early. And she was like, okay, that's all that matters. No big deal. So we're good to go there. And then I texted my wife and said, hey, actually I called her and said, hey, I'm heading back. Do you want me to come pick you up? Or do you want me to come get you later? And she goes, come get me later. I'm like, okay. I got some stuff I got to do here still. And I'm like, okay. So do you have a time frame? Because I had a meet and greet this evening at 4:15. I said, I'd like to have you back home before then. One, to help keep the dogs if they start barking. And two, I want you home, so I don't have to worry about, because the meet and greet might run late and so on and so forth. I don't want to, you can't be there all day. Like, that'd be putting you close to like 5 o'clock or later to pick you up. It's just too long for you to work all day. She goes, let's shoot for 3:30. I said, okay, I can make that happen. So instead of running, picking her up, I was able to go straight back to the house. Got back there, I think it was good. Went ahead, hung around the dogs for a little bit. Isn't that weird time frame? Like, I could probably get my run in, but it's that weird gap between going. It's just, every time I look like I had time to go get my run, it would just be pouring down rain, like just torrential pouring rain. You see, right now I'm still got standing water on all the streets and stuff. That's really gross. How much rain we got in the last couple of days. But I didn't want to be out crazy pour down rain, getting hit by a car or something stupid. So went ahead and said to hell with it, pushed it back, and then it looked like there's a little bit of a gap. And I'm like, yeah, no, I don't have time to go get my run and get my shower and everything else stuff. So I was kind of hung around in the backyard with the dogs all day with the rain, moving them in and out so I can get the one separated. So came time finally to go pick up my wife, headed out. Was gonna swing by the shop, check on my Suburban, and I was like, nah, hell, I'm gonna go get my wife first, and just, if I can get back, I don't wanna be delayed. I wanna make sure I'm there on time. So went and grabbed my wife, get there, and she was in her office. I'm like, where the hell is she at? And there was another lady in her office. She goes, she's next door to their office. I'm like, okay, so I'm in the other lady's office, and the, I think he's plant president or where the hell he is. I'm not sure what I think the guy was like controller. I'm not sure what his title is, but there was the big shots there and stuff that, and across the hall from her, he was in there with her and stuff. And he goes, take it easy on her. She's had a rough day. And I'm like, what the hell? And she's sitting in a chair, not a wheelchair, which didn't make me happy, but she was in her stuff, doing things on the computer and whatnot and whatever. And I was like, okay. So she comes back out. She goes over, she gets some wheelchair, we're packing stuff up to take her home. And she informs me that one of their employees quit today. And it's just a cluster because now she's got to train 2 people for both positions, and there's a good possibility her new position she might be moving to might actually not be moving to the new position. She might go into a different position in the company, which she's had like 9 jobs with the company. They keep moving her all around. When there's a big dumpster fire, she gets put in there to put out the fire, and then they basically, that settled, they find somebody else to take that position, they move her to a different position, and just she's constantly she's crushed everything she's done, and she totally kicks ass, and they know she's gonna kick ass at it, so they'll put her there to solve the problem, to get it running. They bring in somebody else. So this was really bad timing because the new employee is supposed to start Monday, not today, so that's why she could go in late. But she didn't really get any of that done. We get the new person ready. She spent all day basically figuring out what the person who just quit, what their job was and what they got to do. And then they got to start looking to hire somebody for that position also and get them trained. And it's just, yeah, it was a day. So get her loaded up in the car, get her home. And basically, I've got a little bit of time to kill before the dogs get here for meet and greet. Got a text from the owners saying they're on their way. They're going to be there at 4:15 like they're supposed to. And I'm like, awesome. So I got the dogs all positioned where they need to be. Asked my mom if she'd be willing to go outside and just sit out there with the dogs in case they start barking at the window, because I don't know what the dog's coming. It's a pit bull mix coming, but if they get to make a lot of noise in the house, the dogs outside get barking, it gets to add stuff. So, and mom acted like it was a real big deal to ask her that because she's all freaked out about bugs and stuff. I'm like, it's fine. Like, there's bugs out there, we eat it, whatever. So I'm like, if you don't want to do it, just go to the room. I'll figure it out. Just come on. And it's funny because Karen thought I meant her to go out there. I'm like, no, you can't be out there with the dogs. Because if they start jumping around and stuff and they run into your leg, that's way worse than just the dog barking. And she goes, oh yeah, I forgot about that. So pulled the curtains down, but also in that process, getting her situated, went ahead and mixed her up a drink. Took some pineapple soda, I think it was pineapple soda, and some orange spice rum from Gate City Brewing up in St. Augustine. So I went ahead and made her up a little drink, just kind of take the edge off her. So this is, I don't know, 3:45 in the afternoon, just having her first drink. So, but it's all good. She got herself a nice little drink in there and was able to knock that out. So from there, went ahead and held it. And dog got there for the meet and greet. Dogs outside were good. Mom was out there with them. No issues at all. Meet and greet went quickly and went well. Basically sent them on their way, told them how to finish the booking and whatnot. So that was good. Got the dogs back in, got mom inside, and she's got a key that she said I gave her a while back that I don't know where the hell it goes. She don't know what it goes to. We're trying to figure out where it fits in the house, and I'm like, just throw it away. Clearly it doesn't matter. You've had it for like a year and you don't know what it needs, so just throw it away. So no idea, but it is what it is. So we kind of talked about that a moment, and then we were just gonna do leftovers for dinner, so no big deal there. But I told him, I said, hey, I've got things going on. I had people wanting to pick the dogs up. I had two separate people wanting to pick the dogs up a day early. I was picking them up tomorrow. Both of them got in town early, so they wanted to pick their dogs up today instead, which isn't really a big deal, but one of those things where trying to get the time frame and whatnot to happen. So went ahead and said to hell with it and got that route rigged around. But well, that's already over. Yeah, open house and yard sale signs. Thought I might run down and look at real quick, but it only goes till noon. So, and we already past noon, so can't go to it. But I went ahead and got that scheduled around. I told my wife, I'm like, hey, you need to remind me I have not ran yet. Usually I would have ran by now, so you have to remind me to get my run in tonight. I don't want to lose my run streak over just forgetting. So they came. The one person was supposed to pick the dog up early. Told me to meet and greet. I said, well, we'll meet you at 4:45. And I said, perfectly fine. I'll text you as soon as they're done with the meet and greet, and you can head over. And I said, absolutely. So I got done the meet and greet quickly, and then texted them and said, hey, you're free to head over anytime you want. And they're like, oh, we decided to go to dinner, so we're now looking at 4:45. I'm like, okay, I can make that work, not a problem. So not a big deal. Another client had reached out and said, hey, I'm gonna have come over and pick my dog up. We're back in town early. I would come, but my tires leaking. She got brand new tires. The one of them keeps going down, so I think it's a bead problem, but who knows. So she sends somebody else to pick up the dog, and they should be there like 5:15. And I said, absolutely. The one gets here at 4:45, one gets here at 5:15, no big deal. Get a text from other people at like 5 o'clock going, we'll be there in about 15-20 minutes. Dinner took longer than we thought. It's like, well, I said, here's where it is. Your time's changed a bunch, so if you get here in another car in the driveway, you got to wait out in the street. Do not ring my door, because they're really bad about the moment they walk up. Like, I've seen her rush to the house to ring my doorbell twice. Rings the doorbell twice before her husband even makes it to the door with the dog, dropping the dog off. And I'm like, stop ringing my damn doorbell. But I told them, I said, don't come to the door, wait outside. I'll meet you out there, because I can see people in my driveway. So they said, absolutely not a problem. And they show up like 8 minutes later. So they're there super early. I have no idea why. So they get there early. Everything's good to go. Give them back the dog and chat a little bit. They asked me how much it was they owed me. So they basically, I told them how much it'd be. They hand me a $100 bill. I'm like, oh, is this like a tip? I'm like, no, we need change. I'm like, why the fuck she asked me how much it was? I thought you were going to the ATM or breaking change. Like, or why not tell me, hey, you're paying me the $100 bill, I need your change back, kind of thing. Like, come on, man. So now I'm going back in. I'm trying to rush around with their dogs, get their dog going back. I don't know who's going home first, because they were supposed to be there after their dogs. I had a dog inside, so pain in the butt. So got that all squared away. The other guy showed up, gave him back his dog. I'm super happy to see him. He's such a good dog. That's the dog I tried to trade my Corvette for, because I wanted the dog so bad, and they said no, I couldn't have the dog. So, but yeah, great dog. Everything was good there. They went home, and I was like, oh, I gotta get my run in. So went and got my run in, got back, grabbed a shower, and since we were doing leftovers, it wasn't a big deal. We could eat kind of whenever mom had already eaten. So I made a plate for my wife and I, and we knocked out our dinner, watched an episode on Netflix, headed back outside to hang out with the dogs, grabbed myself a couple cigars. It was early enough. I'm like, well, I'll have time for 2 cigars probably here, no big deal. So went ahead and headed out. End up, by the time the first one, I just ended up smoking it kind of slowly. Got a call from my father-in-law. He drained the battery on the drill. He's using one of my drills, so he drained the battery in it. So I was like, okay, I better go ahead and go take new batteries. Took it over there, so everything, the cigar got smoked slower than it was. It was early enough. I probably could have smoked my second cigar, but I decided not to, and just headed in early. So went inside, hung out with my wife, and watched a little bit of TV in there with her. Crashed out and finally called it a night. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. We'll talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe, wonderful day. Thanks for watching.